Hey guys, it's Mrs. Dikoska here with your Monday, May 11th update. Today, we're going to talk about our World War II projects. We're going to introduce it with a special Zoom lesson guest starring Mr. LaPolt, our favorite social studies teacher. Shh, don't tell the others, but he's our favorite. We know it. The due date for the project is going to be May 22nd. That gives you 12 days. We're going to go over all the finer points, and we will also be posting the information on our Schoology pages, both global and English. So again, today we're going to introduce the project, special Zoom lesson, stay tuned. It's due May 22nd, so you have 12 days. Reach out to either of us if you have questions. And just a quick, because my family wants me to have some small goals here. Like and subscribe. I'm trying to hit 20 this week. Okay, so again, stay tuned for the special guest lesson with Mr. LaPolt. Hey, 10th graders, it's Mrs. Dikoska. Look who I found.
Hey, everybody.
On the other side of my town, Mr. LaPolt. He needs wireless headphones.
All right, first off, I was born in the 60s. Listen,
Send him some.
The fact that I can even get on Zoom and Google Meets and all this other stuff, as impressive as it is, I do need some earbuds. Airbuds, is that what they're called? I want the big things with a little antenna. Go down the street.
Somebody's going to get a GoFundMe for Mr. LaPolt's earbuds. Let's get it going. All right, nice. So Mr. LaPolt, we're here to talk about our World War II project. So I'm going to try to screen share with you the project that we're going to discuss with the kids, and can you start kind of talking about it with them?
Yes, Mrs. Dikoska, first I got to tell you something that's more important. So I have myself a Flowbee. Are you familiar with a Flowbee? Now for the kids out there, the Flowbee is a set of clippers that hooks onto your vacuum cleaner. You turn it on and it activates the clippers, and it's like, oh, you can set it to any length of hair you want, and you rub it over your head. It was as seen on TV from the 1980s. I have one of the Flowbees, and I'm going to cut my hair in the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel so everybody can watch it.
Yes, and I'll put a link to what a Flowbee is in the comments here so that they can check it out.
Awesome.
But that's a highlight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
And I'm going to, hype up, get Mr. LaPolt the AirPods. Maybe that'll happen for you.
My wife has given some hints for Mother's Day.
Okay. That's this weekend.
That's correct.
Can you get out and get her anything or no?
I'm not going to go out. I mean, I go out all the time, but I'm not going out to buy shopping. I mean, I can just buy stuff on.
Are you going to go handmade?
No, usually I go really big for things like this. Like big, go big or go home. That's my thing. Like weekends away. But what I did that.
You can't.
No, I put a storm door in the front of my house, which is something she's been asking for 2 years. And other than that, I'm just making her a card.
Okay. I've seen your handmade cards. They're pretty nice.
I mean, I do tons of stuff. I'm not too worried about it. All right. Anyway,
also, I was thinking about you because the Kentucky Derby is around now, and that's
it's over,
right?
That's redone. It's going to be in September, so look for the Kentucky Derby party in September.
Wow, I had not seen that. That's.
But I'll have Mr. Bowen out there making up his mint juleps. I'll make sure you get an invite.
Nice. All right.
We can race the kids around the front yard.
Like leaves falling instead of flowers growing. All right.
Correct.
Okay, so let me get this screen share so they can see the project, and then Mr. LaPolt's going to start going over it. All right, if I can figure this out.
Listen, if you guys hear me yell at my kids for something,
okay,
it's okay. Hi, Al, do you want to come over here and say hello?
Yeah, okay. Come on in, Ella. All right, so let me just get the right document up.
Ella, don't worry, you're not on camera. Come here.
Hi, Ella.
Daddy, you're lying.
I'm not lying. Would I lie to you?
She called you out.
See, look, we're not even on the camera.
All right, Mr. LaPolt. Is Ella there?
Yes.
Can you see World War II research topics?
I do. I can see the project.
Nice. So you think they can see it in their screen here, right? Or in the
Yes.
Zoom? All right.
Yep.
And
So listen.
also, can I just side note? Mr. LaPolt and I are posting this in our Schoology resources, so feel free to take a minute and open up the document so you can have it in front of you too.
So listen, I'm going to go through the project so you guys just follow along. So basically, I'm at the top, World War II research topics. You're going to pick a topic from Group A and from Group B. That means you're picking two things, Group A and Group B. No need to email me and say, do I have to do two? Yes, you do. Group A and Group B. You may work with a partner if you like. That means you may choose someone to work with. You could pick your own partner. You may work by yourself, though. That means that you could work by yourself. So you could have a partner or not work by yourself. No need to call me up and say, do I need to have a partner? No, you don't. A partner or not. For those of you who do not have Mr. Koski or are choosing to work alone, you should do the minimum end of the assignment. Likewise, for English, if you don't have Mr. LaPolt or are choosing to work alone, you just do the minimum amount listed for the assignment. Right, we're all on the same page. Hold on one second.
Yeah, that was pretty, I got that. That was
All
pretty
right.
easy to figure out, I think.
Excellent. So your assignment, you pick a topic from Group A and B. Notice the italicized, boldface, or italicized and capitalized and. All right, identify and explain the significance of your topics. What are they? Explain the significance. Make sure to have specific, interesting facts, not boring facts that you cut and paste.
Yeah. Oh, that's boring.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Especially when you're so, how should I say, I don't know.
Spice it up, right?
Yeah, cut and pasting and leaving the
Spicy
hyperlinks in. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
All
there's
right.
a lot out there. You can really get some good information.
So your research can be in the form of a 400 to 600 word paper. That's 2 to 3 pages double spaced, 12-point font. That's 4 to 600. So you're going to write a 2 or 3 page paper. So if you're working by yourself, you should do 2 pages. If you're that's minimum. If you're working with somebody else, you should be about 3 pages minimum, right?
Right.
Or you could do a PowerPoint, 10 to 15 slides. That means if you're working by yourself, we should be about 10. If you're working with somebody else, it should be about 15. Or maybe you make a homemade video or a video essay. So if you're working by yourself, maybe closer to 4 minutes. Or if you're working with a partner, maybe close to 6. The radiant Mrs. LaPolt, folks. You just missed her. She just sashayed through the room to get her Chromebook. Anyway, it's a beautiful morning.
I love video moms. I love it.
So if you're working with somebody else, 6 minutes. Or anything else you think of, series of drawings, Nearpod, Prezi, any way you could think of to convey the information.
Yeah, get creative. We love that. I know for the book projects you had in English, kids were sending me pictures of posters they made.
I love it.
They did some really cool stuff. So you guys have good ideas.
Yeah.
We'd like to hear them. These are just
exactly.
a couple.
Yeah. And then you got the bibliography. Why don't you talk about that stuff?
All right. So we've been working with MLA this year. Whatever sources you're using, we're not going to get too crazy because I'm not there to show you exactly how to do this, but we need you to cite your sources, at least give us a works cited page. So that's usually the last page of whatever you have. Maybe you're making a video, just kind of like hold up a works cited page at the end of that video and zoom in. Or put it as the last slide of your PowerPoint, or it can be an actual last page if you're doing a paper. With that said, because it's blocked the way that we had been doing it, the easy bib that was just in 365, that was super easy. We have to go to easybib.com. So I put the link in there. Go to easybib.com. You might have to create a free account if you don't have one already. You've got to do it because you're going to use EasyBib all the time. So just create that free account, and then you can make the project works cited at easybib.com. I also included right here a how to do that. So if you're not sure when you get into EasyBib how to make the works cited page on, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but again, if you need like a little tutorial within EasyBib, I put this other link. It sort of shows you how to navigate in EasyBib. Or you can reach out to me and I can kind of walk you through that too. But we need you to have a works cited for whatever the sources are, the reliable sources, let's like accentuate reliable, the reliable sources that you find for this project.
Excellent. All right. So I'm not going to go over every topic, but I'm just going to point out, let's kind of take a look at them. If you can scroll them up, Ms. Kikoski. Group A,
Sure.
Holocaust. So the first group we have, Group A, is Holocaust related. So we have Jewish life before the Holocaust. There's a lot of cool stuff there. The interwar period. We have Nazi propaganda, a fantastic topic. The Olympics, 1936. Listen, I'm a bit of an expert and an aficionado on Olympic history in general. You know, I know quite a bit. I could teach a class at Walk Hill High School on Olympic history. The Nazi 1936 Olympics is ridiculous. It's worth it checking out.
Jesse Owens, right? Jesse Owens. That's
Jesse Owens. It's amazing.
Hitler, the whole thing. Yeah.
Whole thing. Persecution and extermination thing right there. You got the ghettos, other victims, Dr. Mengele and medical experiments, the Wannsee Conference.
And Dr. Mengele, just a side note, he's the selection doctor that they mentioned in Night. You know, we haven't been in the classroom to talk about that, but Ellie mentions seeing and meeting Dr. Mengele at those selections when he's at Auschwitz. So
that is amazing. And remember when Trudy was at our school 3 years ago and she sat on the stage and she talked about getting off the train and the angel of death was there pointing who went where. And I'm like, holy smokes, we're sitting here listening to someone who looked Dr. Mengele in the eye.
That's right. Yeah.
Unbelievable. Still gives me chills.
Crazy.
So those are really cool topics. Then there's some resistance and rescue, all awesome topics for you to do too. Aftermath, children of survivors, escaped Nazi war criminals. I mean, if you want to check into things like Martin Bormann and Eichmann, and it's never going to end.
There's so much information too. I can't wait for you guys to find good stuff.
Unbelievable. Simon Wiesenthal, there's 1,000 things for you to do there. So you got to do one of those column A topics. And then I have column B topics, which is a whole series of battles. You could do any of those. Those are cool. And then there's the end of the war, you know, so that's really cool. Like, for example, the atomic bombing or the Enola Gay exhibit or the Nuremberg crimes trial or the Manhattan Project are all spectacular. And then, of course, Ms. Sikoski has created this rubric, which we're going to use, which I really like. So that's that. That's
my COVID rubric.
I love a COVID rubric.
The COVID recommendations for grading.
That means when we grade your papers, I stand 6 feet away from the screen with a mask on. I'm just making that up.
It's his measuring tape out, yeah, so he knows. Just a quick note about organizing this, because that's like what goes to my head. I know a lot of you would be like, well, how do I put this together? What do I do in my paper? How do I make a PowerPoint? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, all right, you've got two topics, a group A topic and a group B topic. So those should really be like driving how you organize your project. So whether it's a paper and these become different paragraphs or multiple paragraphs, because you're going to find a lot of information, or different PowerPoint slides, but you as a student should kind of start thinking how you want to organize this. And because you do have two topics that are clearly identified, you should maybe like use that as your like foundation for organizing. You have thoughts about that, Mr. LaPolt?
I think that's amazing. And I have a guest speaker here that wants to chime in.
Oh, nice.
A few words on the bibliography.
I love guests.
With us today.
I can't see it because I got the screen share. Who is it?
It's Josie.
Josie, what's up, Josie?
Hold on a minute.
Who are we talking?
All right, now we're on. Go ahead. Karen.
Oh, hey, Josie, what's going on?
Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can't hear Josie, though.
All right, I have Tess here, too. Everybody, these are two of my
whole family, the experts.
So we're just here to say hello, and they're doing their schoolwork. So
yeah.
that's
they both know the importance of citing their evidence. They
Absolutely.
have to credit their reliable sources. We can't go into the dark web and find this like conspiracy theory junk either. We're not.
No.
That's unacceptable.
But listen, the dark web is fascinating.
It is, Mr. LaPolt. You shouldn't be in there. What are you doing in there?
I try never to go in the dark web. Mrs. LaPolt doesn't like me going in the dark web. Bad things happen. Anyway, so can we go back to being live and the camera to wrap up for these kids?
Okay, so I'm going to take the document down.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
We're going to be on camera. All right. Hey,
All right.
here we are.
Here we
So,
are.
guys, thanks for your guest exit.
Thank you,
Yes.
LaPolt.
Yes.
All right,
Yep.
so I think that was pretty good, Mr. LaPolt. I'm going to stop the recording now. You want to say goodbye to the kids?
Listen, everybody, I want you to know that this is from the bottom of my heart. Mr. Koski and I would say all the time that we loved the 10th grade kids. It was such a nice class, such hard workers. So frankly, the thing that I miss most about school, which is not a lot, I'm okay, being this, but really I miss the classes. I miss my kids.
Mm-hmm.
A quarter of our year, we're not going to be together, which means that you just need to double down your efforts to come visit me down in room 113 next year. So
I know,
I'll
I
always
missed
do
them.
that for
I'm
the
so
next 2
sad that we got our school year cut short with this amazing
Yeah.
group of kids, and they're going to come back next year and be 11th graders and be in someone else's class. And I feel like we got gypped a little bit because they're awesome. We had so much fun. We had all these great plans too, so we are a little disappointed that we couldn't end our year with you the right way. But
Exactly.
we understand too. I understand the situation.
Yeah. Stay safe, stay healthy, eat plenty of vegetables, exercise.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.
Stop the recording.
All right,
Yep.
bye guys.
See ya.